Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, a new update, and we've got some nice changes, like incredible changes actually, to an already existing system, and we've got a new activity. Not a new event, but a new activity that is gonna stay in the game, but we'll look at that in a next episode, guys. Today, I kind of want to talk to you about something else. You probably logged in and were like, what the hell happened to my stat points? And what the hell happened to my combat power? Well, there was a change, and an incredible change, guys, to the rune system. So previously, you could set up the runes all for the weapons, and then basically every time you needed to adjust, because people have multiple builds, right? So if you look at a couple of my builds, I basically got a heal over time build that works on the ethereal set, healing over time, skill healing over time increase, right? I also got, for instance, this shield set that works with the Twilight Embrace plan. But for instance, for my wand, I kind of needed to change the runes every time I was playing with a different set. Especially for if I look at my DPS builds, so my Fury build. Basically, my DPS build is completely set up out of one set. The only thing I change is my weapons. So if I would look now, for instance, in my AoE build that I use for farming in Abyssal Dungeons, you can see it's exactly the same armors, the exactly same jewelry, but it only switches out the spear and the greatsword. This is kind of to save up on a lot of Lucent and just build one DPS set that can kind of work for everything. And this setup actually does it. I have enough cooldown, I have enough attack speed, I have enough buff duration to actually make almost every set work really, really well. But the problem there is that, for instance, for my spear build, and especially in the jewelry, I would go for boss melee heavy attack chance, right, in my runes. But then if I wanted to go for my Fury, I would need to set up my jewelry with magic boss magic heavy attack chance, because I'm working on my magic damage from my curses, right? So every time I needed to play with another set, I kind of needed to change all the runes that were like boss specific runes, boss range, boss melee, boss magic heavy, all the heavy attack runes. I needed to switch them out constantly. With the new system, you basically set up your runes depending on the build that you're using. So on the necklace, what would I go? Let's look at rune synergy. I would go for movement speed, wisdom, I think movement speed, dexterity. I need to look into that later, guys. But let's set it up like blue, yellow, red, right? So blue, and then yellow, and then red. Now you probably say, like, dude, do we need to unlock everything again? Yes, you are gonna need to unlock, and every change in the rune, well, this costs 1,300,000, but every rune that you unlock for the first time is 300,038. So basically, it's 1 million to unlock. The developers did give us 10 million, I think, in the mail, but 10 million is just enough for one set. Like I said before, a lot of players have a lot of different setups. That means for every setup, you basically need almost 10 million. Like I say almost, because, well, it's basically 1 million to actually set up all the runes. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 million to actually set up a full setup. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means I need 72 million to actually set up all of my runes again. So the 10 million that the developers gave us is a nice jest, but it's definitely not enough to actually be able to help players out. But yeah, that's that necklace, guys. This would be for my wand cross, right? So let's quickly check. I would go here for boss magic heavy attack. Let's see here. This would be, I think I would set up boss magic heavy attack. No, in this one. Really, I cannot set it up in that one. Max mana in this one. And then for this one, boss magic heavy attack chance, right? So this is now set up for my wand and cross. Previously, if I wanted to play for, let's say, for my AoE melee, right? I needed to go to my necklace and change the actual boss rune for magic heavy attack into, well, I don't have a melee heavy attack one, but I needed to slot it out before I could play with this. And you needed to do that with all of your gear. And this new way, this new change into the rune book basically lets you set up so you never have to change your runes again, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. If you want to see more of my quest progression, my let's play here in Throne and Liberty, or any other game that I might be playing on my channel, guys, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.